Now, he's not feeling terribly well. A little bit of a virus there, haven't you, big fella? But you're going to soldier on.
Mate, talking to you makes me bounce back, big fella. How are you?
I'm okay. You I'm worried about.
Well, I know. I was concerned about you about 6 months ago. Now you're concerned about me.
See, we look after each other.
We actually love
We're
each
there
other,
for
right?
each other. We do, indeed.
We do. I'm going to talk about, the marketing and the movies. So a bit of real estate and a bit of the movies today. The marketing, we've just sold it actually, but Anthony and myself, we had a property, I won't mention what street, but Federation House, 450, 460 square metres in magnificent condition. We had a lot of people through, like last week we got, 22 through. We sold it, but the lady that, I shouldn't say the lady, but yeah, well, I'll say it. The lady came through the first week, she was there for 3/4 of an hour, and she asked me a lot of questions. And there's only so many questions you can answer, like, what about if the house goes up next door? Will it block out the sun? Will it may? What if they put a pool down the road? What if they change the road? You can only answer, and I don't care what anybody says. I know a lot of the big agents or a lot of the smarter agents reckon they can answer everything. Well, you physically can't. That's a fact of life. Anyway, came through the second week, the lady, and I didn't answer many questions because she didn't ask me many questions. And I just said, you've been looking for long. She said, yes, a while, David. Thank you. I said, thank you very much. Anyway, as she was walking out, I said, would you like a contract? She said, I would, actually. I said, would I send it to you? And she said, no. I said, well, I can deliver it to you. She said, no. And I said, would you like to pick it up off the office? She said, I'd love to, so I'll have it ready for you Monday morning. Rang her Monday morning, and she said, no, I've changed my mind. I said, okay, well, I really couldn't answer any more questions. I said, you've been through, and the house was presented magnificently, and that was it. On the next Saturday, the lady came through again. And so I didn't ask her any more questions because it was really up to her to make the decisions. Then she said to Anthony on the way out, and she was there for the whole opening period. She said, I'll buy it. I think I'll buy it. Send me a contract. Anyway, cut a long story short, she ended up buying it. And so I rang her on Monday, but she was away in Victoria. I said, thanks for buying the house. I think you really will enjoy it. I know you said you've been looking for a little while, but I think you really enjoy the house. It's in magnificent condition. It's funny, I was down at the vets on Thursday with Max and Buff yesterday.
Did they fix you up?
They didn't fix me up, they fixed Max and Buff up. And
I thought they might have given you a Bob Martins and checked out your bottom.
Well, I've got a rubber bank to pay the vet, actually, but anyway, don't worry, you can help me out on that. But the lady rang me back, and we're all a bit different, and she said, I really appreciate you, thank you very much for buying it. I said, have you been looking for long? And she said, David, a year and a half. I said, towards the end when you bought it, did you get confused? And I've got to say, she was totally honest with me. She said, confused? She said, I was totally confused. I said, 3 or 4 months looking for a property, I think's an adequate amount of time. I said, if you don't have the money, obviously you can't buy it. You don't want the debt. And I said, I can. And she said to me, I had to laugh. She said, I did ask you a lot of questions. I said, well, you did, but I can't answer them all. But I said, at least you love it. And she said, when I come back from Victoria, I'd love to have a cup of coffee with you. So what I just say to people, at the end of the day, 3 or 4 months, you get a rough idea.
I'd like to have a cup of coffee with you. Not a cougar, is she?
A cup of coffee, yes. It will be a coffee. It'll be no alcohol.
A cougar.
You've got to make...
Yes?
Can I speak, Mr. Potter? I said, you've got to make you've got to make your own decision. And I said, look, I can't talk. I'm at the vet at the moment. And
she said, I love your shiny hair, David. That's what attracted me to you.
Love me. She said, but you're spot on. She said, I've been looking for way too long. You can ask so many questions. At the end of the day, you like it. But now, can I talk about the movies for a second?
Please do.
But have I got 2 seconds?
Yes.
Well, I've got Max, who's a big, like a red Kelpie, and he's bigger than a Kelpie. He's got something in him. And little Buffy, who wouldn't hurt a flea, he's a Kelpie, and part cattle dog. But cut a long story short, I go in the park every day and walk the dogs, and a lady said to me, she's a country lady, she lives in Mossman, but they've got a country property. She said, you've got to go and see Red Dog. I went and saw it last Sunday with my wife. I've got to say, have you seen it?
No, I haven't yet.
Well, I can honestly say I do love dogs. I love real estate, but I did set love dogs.
All right, well, don't give too much away because
I'm
people
not
won't
give
know.
too much away.
Yeah, they'll say, oh, yeah, we know that. The dog told us all about it.
It is absolutely a gorgeous movie. And a bloke gave me, a gentleman I go to the gym with, Robbo, who tries to hit me on the head all the time, gave me the little book, which is only 120-odd pages. I've just finished reading it this morning. If you love dogs and I guess you've got kids over, I guess, say, 7 or 8, 6 or 7, 6 or that, they'll understand it. It is one of the best movies I've seen. But if you like dogs, I'll tell you one thing, dead set take your black glasses.
All right, there you go. All right, because you'll have a cry. That's what he's saying.
Oh, mate, when I got home to see Max is exactly like this red dog. He's the red dog is a one-man dog. They're like a Kelpie. You can tell the dog what to do. He looks at you.
Enough info.
If the boss comes in and says to Mr. Potter, do something, and you're a one-man dog, you've got to do it, okay?
That's it.
Okay.
Go and see the film. It's obviously affected the big fella a lot. And I've had to stop him from giving the plot away. But go and see it because it's obviously a great film.
He's absolutely super. And even if you didn't like dogs, you'll love the movie. And I'm sure your kids will absolutely love it.
And when you see it, give him a call on 9968.
Exactly, 996. Oh, you sorry, but you're 4444.
Can we do this again, please? We do this every week. 9968.
4444.
God, you're a slay. You can see you're a Joey's boy.
Yeah, I'm useless, mate.
9968.
4444.
Tell him how you like the film, and anyone out there that wants any information on property, or they want to sell or buy a house, they want to lease, rent, anything at all you want to know about real estate or conveyancing. Apart from David, who's not feeling well, the full team there, led by Daniel Brown and Phil and Anthony, and the most charming girls I've ever seen in real estate, will look after you. 9968.
4444. We just got another girl, Annabelle, who had her...
Annabelle necessary on a bike.
Mate, she is absolutely... She's at the gym. She looks after the gym, but Anthony knows her. We know. I've always said to her what a lovely girl she is. Anthony's got her here part-time. She's absolutely gorgeous, mate. Lovely Annabelle. She's Annabelle Crawley. A lovely, lovely girl.
9968.
4444. How are the Wallabies going?
They're training. There's no big football on this week. Just
Right.
the shoot shield. So you watch the ABC on Sundays. We'll talk next week, big fella.
I look forward to seeing you. I love you. Look after yourself.
Okay, will do. Bye-bye.
See you, mate. Bye.